चल हो जा शुरू।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Video, in fact, after the elections were out, one of the videos going viral in which the flight, the Nitish, Bihar Chief Minister is sitting with Tejashwi. And do you think this is kind of an indication or maybe the point of friction before for the alliance to break away?
Not at all, not at all. I think these are sheer coincidences that happens. I mean, we have limited flights coming from Bihar. I mean, you have to pick one of those only, and who's sitting next to you cannot be of your choice. I think it's a sheer coincidence, and my chief minister is absolutely clear. I had a meeting with him yesterday before I came back to Delhi, so I had a meeting with him, and yes, I mean, he's absolutely clear, and he stands strong for the alliance, for my prime minister.
Chirag, before you have also spoken to Republic right now, you have consistently mentioned about Bihar first, Bihari first ideology. So now that you are also coming to the center, you are going to play a very pivotal role. What about this particular ideology that you are thinking about, that you have always stressed over, the Bihar first, Bihari first? How do you think of taking it forward from this point of time?
So Bihar first, Bihari first is my ultimate goal. This is something that's the only thing that I'm working towards, and all my hard work goes in for this only, to make my state a developed state. Is the reason why I believe in my prime minister so much, because he also have a vision for our country to make India a developed nation by 2047, and that is possible only when you make every state of my country a developed state, when you make every jilla of my country a developed jilla, when you make every panchayat, every block, every village of my nation a complete a developed village. So, and my Bihar first, Bihari first says the same for my state. That is the vision that I'm moving ahead with, and I think this vision has penetrated well within the masses of my state, and that has reflected in the result also, 5 out of 5, because I think people of my state do believe in Bihar first, Bihari first. We have elections in my states round the corner. I mean, next year we are having elections in Bihar as well, and Bihar first, Bihari first will be playing a major role in those elections as well.
So that is also going to be one of the very key points where we will see you stressing over.
Absolutely, absolutely. And when it comes to Bihar election, because this vision is specifically for Bihar only. When I talk Bihar first, Bihari first, so this is for my state only. So yes, it will have a major role to play in Vidhan Sabha elections.
Moving on, there is specifically one talk that is going for the share of MPs. You have had the youngest of them. 4 out of 5 are the youngest. Do you think now in the parliament, this kind of contribution will also focus on enhancing the voice and issues for the young generation, for the issues in the young generation?
So yes, and that was my my thought also behind selecting these candidates. You know, I've seen parties in my state, you know, who talks about caste equations, who talk about communal equations. You know, they talk about MY Samikaran, where M and Y come from different caste, different religion. I also have my MY Samikaran, and my MY Samikaran stands for Mahila and Yuva. And not only I talk about my MY Samikaran, I have actually reflected it in my seat sharing also when the candidates were elected. So 4 out of 5, limited seat I was contesting on, but I made sure that youth representation is enough. I made sure that women representation is also enough. Not only did we pass Nari Shakti Adhiniyam bill in the Lok Sabha, but I made sure that get well executed within my party as well. So 40%, 2 out of 5 were women candidate, and one of them is the youngest member of parliament, Shambhavi Chaudhary. So yes, I mean, not only I talk about these things, I made sure that I give them enough representation, and this is the kind of image that I want to portray in front of the nation. You know, Till date, when we talk about Bihar and MPs coming from Bihar, we have a very stereotypical kind of image of MPs coming from Bihar. When you look at these faces, when you look at Arun Bharti, who's sitting right here, when you look at Shambhavi Chaudhary, Rajesh Verma, these are well-spoken, articulate youngsters, talking about your state. So definitely that will help changing the image of my state at the national level, and actually bringing in the change that's needed for my state.
Thank you so much. With Bihar First and Bihari First ideology, this was Lok Janshakti Party Chief Chirag Paswan speaking to Republic on how his party is going to play a crucial role even in the upcoming Bihar elections and for the portfolios that are going to be decided for the third term of the government. This is Simran with video journalist Sri Jinun for Republic.